Chapter 4, Lesson 2 looks at interior and exterior angles of triangles. What is the lesson about? Our goal is to find the measures of missing angles in a triangle. Some new vocabulary terms are exterior angle, remote interior angles, and corollary. Okay. An exterior angle is an angle outside of the triangle. Okay. It is formed by one side of a triangle and the extension of an adjacent side. Okay, so here's an example of an exterior angle formed by one side of a triangle and the extension of an adjacent side. Now, the remote interior angles are the two angles that's not adjacent to the exterior angle. Okay, so here's my exterior angle. This is the angle adjacent, which means the remote interior angles are the two angles that is not adjacent to the exterior angle. Okay, this lesson also has a couple of corollaries. A corollary is a theorem with a proof that follows as a direct result of another theorem. And as a reminder, a theorem is a statement that can be proven true. Now, there are two big ideas in this lesson that you should have read about. Okay. The first big idea is the triangle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem says that the measures of the angles of a triangle has a sum of 180 degrees. The exterior angle theorem states that the measure of an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. Okay. And we will be discussing these theorems in a little bit more detail in class and why they are true. Okay. Now we are going to use these two theorems, the triangle sum theorem and the exterior angle theorem, to solve some problems. When you're ready, turn the page. Example number 1. Okay, example number 1 says find the measure of angle 1 and angle 2. Okay. For this problem, we are going to use the triangle sum theorem. So I'm going to put that out to the side. As a reminder, the triangle sum theorem says the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Now, in the picture given, there are three triangles. I have triangle BCD, I have triangle ABD, and I have the biggest triangle ABC. Now, keep in mind, anything we've learned up to this point, prior knowledge, can also be used to help us solve problems. Typically, I can go in numerical or alphabetical order. So in this problem, if angle 1 and angle 2 needs to be found, angle 1 comes first. Now, when I look at my picture, I see that angle BDA is a right angle, which is 90 degrees. Now, I also know that angle BDA and BDC form a linear pair, which means that angle BDC must also be 90 degrees. So now I am looking at triangle BCD, and I know two of the three angles. Therefore, I can find the third angle. What I know is that the measure of angle 1 plus 63 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 180. I'm going to solve the equation for angle 1. Combine like terms, 63 plus 90 is 153, so angle 1 plus 153 is equal to 180 degrees. If I subtract 153 degrees from both sides, then the measure of angle 1 is 27 degrees. Okay, next I need to find the measure of angle 2. This time I'm going to use the largest triangle, triangle ABC. Okay, in triangle ABC, I know that angle B is a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. And I know that angle C is 63 degrees. And angle A is angle 2, what I'm trying to find. So the sum of the angles is 180, where I know that angle 2 plus 90 plus 63 is equal to 180 degrees. Combine like terms, 90 and 63 make 153. I can subtract 153 from both sides. And it just so happens that the measure of angle 2 is also 27 degrees. Okay, example number 2. Find the measure of angle ABD using the triangle shown. Okay, now this time I have a triangle and I have 2 angles on the inside and 1 angle on the outside. The angle on the outside is called an exterior angle. Okay. The angles on the inside that's not adjacent to the exterior angles are called the remote interior angles. Now, we have the triangle exterior angle theorem. I'm going to abbreviate theorem THM. Now, the triangle exterior theorem states the measure of the exterior angle equals the sum of the remote interior angles. Okay, the measure of the exterior is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. Okay, so my exterior angle is 3x minus 32. That is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles, and sum means they are added together. So 84 plus x. So my exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. I'm going to solve this equation for x. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I have 2x minus 32 is equal to 84. I can add 32 to both sides. 2x is equal to 116. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 58. Okay. Make sure we have completely answered the question. We are asked to find the measure of angle ABD. Now that I have solved for x, I can substitute 58 back in to find the measure of the angle. So the measure of angle ABD, again, follow the line, ABD is my exterior angle. So I'm going to take 3 times 58 minus 32. 3 times 58 is 174. Subtract 32 from that, and the measure of angle ABD is 142 degrees. Okay, last example, we're asked to find the measure of angle 1. Okay. For this problem, find the measure of angle 1. Notice all of the angles are inside or interior, so I'm going to use the triangle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem says that the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So to put that in symbols instead of words this time, if I have triangle ABC, then I know that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Now, in order to find the measure of a missing angle, I need two of the three angles. So here I have triangle ABC, and I know two of the three angles. So to find the measure of angle BCA, I'm going to take 50 plus 80. 50 plus 80 is 130. And I'm going to subtract 130 from 180. So 180 minus 130 is 50 degrees. So the measure of angle BCA is 50 degrees. Now, something else I know from previous lessons is that vertical angles are congruent. So angle ECD is a vertical angle with angle BCA. Vertical angles are congruent, so this angle is also 50 degrees. Now, in my second triangle, triangle CDE, I know two of the three angles. So I'm going to take 50 plus 68. If I add those together, I get 118. I'm going to subtract 118 from 180. If I subtract those values, I get 62 degrees. So the measure of angle CED is 62 degrees, which is a vertical angle with angle 1. So the measure of angle 1 is congruent, which also makes it 62 degrees. Very good. Okay, take a couple minutes and review your notes. Then I'd like you to go to the Chapter 4 workbook and finish 4.1 and 4.2 homework, which means you should have completed the entire homework, problem numbers 1 through 15. Good luck.